There we go, a fancy Holy Spirit.
Everything happens for a reason. There are absolutely no accidents. Everything can be used for awakening. Everything that comes in your life is a gift to you to remember who you are, regardless of what that is, regardless of what you think about it, which is an incredible, and it's so great that we don't have to do anything except make a decision.
Yeah. You know, I'm reading a book right now about a guy called Swami Ram Dass, not Richard Alpert, but another Ram Dass. And what's really most poignant about his book is how he trusted everything as God. You know, he even refers to people like he wouldn't call Larry if he was here. He would call you Ram, which is God's name. But he's so perfect in his remembering that everything is God. Everything is perfect, no matter what it looks like. It goes just perfectly he's a demonstration of Philemon.
Right. And really, to get to that point, it's only logical when you think about it, but it is truth, whether or not it falls within logic or not, is that you must not judge that what comes in, because the moment you judge what comes in, then you have placed limits on your healing.
Yes.
This is why forgiveness is so important, or acceptance, which is a code word for forgiveness. You must accept everything. Accepting everything as it is given to you.
As a gift. I could feel that in my heart as you said that.
Exactly.
I could feel it like it's just amazing. If you really accept absolutely everything as a gift and put no limits on it, I would say you'll soar into healing.
Exactly. No matter what it is. The ego would love to say, no, I don't need that. No, that's the wrong thing for me. Oh, no. It will say no. It reminds me of the Yes Man movie, but say yes to everything, which forgot his name, the funny guy.
Oh, yeah. And he's into this truth stuff, too, the guy whose name we can't remember.
Oh,
what
yeah?
Is his name? Oh, yeah, totally.
He was in Liar, Liar.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to write it in the room.
What's his name? The comedian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's totally into this stuff. Eckhart Tolle is the one I think he listens to primarily, but he's totally into this. In fact, I heard a rumor, so I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor that he actually wants to do a show on the new Oprah network focused on this kind of stuff.
Awesome.
He's really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so is Drew Carey.
Yes, so is Drew Carey.
Drew Carey and Jim Carrey, no relation.
Carey must be another name for God.
Of course it is. Well, isn't that interesting that now we're getting ready to read V8 through 11, and this is what it says. Look on the world and do not fear it, for it is your friend. The world is showing you that which you desire is in the recesses of your mind. Oh, read it again. The world is showing you that which you desire in the recesses of your mind. Am I missing something?
Nope. The world is showing you that which you desire in the recesses of your mind. And,
thank you.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've also found while we were reading, Regina, is sometimes the emphasis of the words will determine how the sentence is perceived.
Understood. Yes.
And delivered. So delivery is so important. So I'm glad you read that, because I was not getting it. This is important because you are not always aware of what you ask. And so you do not always trust that it is your gift that you receive. This also brings up the thought that was coming to me this morning, in that our thoughts are actually below desire. Desire is before thought. Thought is the judging. And that we were talking about that at Wimberley, how the cycle. We are actually, we seem to be in this loop of going where we see events, we judge them, and because we see the events, we say that the events are causing our situation, but that is actually not the way it is. We have forgotten that we are cause, and that the desire comes before the event and before the thoughts about it. So the way out of that loop is to stop the judging, stop the thinking, just pause. In stillness, you can return to that point where desire lives. and then you can change your mind about it, or accept it, actually.
Yeah, and a perfect illustration of the paragraph we just read where it says, the world is showing you that which you desire in the recesses of your mind, which, the Course would call either the unconscious or the subconscious. A perfect example is a couple weeks ago, a friend and I went through the exact same circumstance. We went through it together. And what was interesting is, for me, it was fine. It was honestly just a fine circumstance. Everything was perfect. But she perceived that we were being rejected by someone else. And so what's interesting is it was the exact same set of events. And one person received rejection and one person didn't. So what this means is this shows that she still has the desire for rejection, although it's hard to get that, but she still has the desire for rejection, which really is the desire to see separation. And that's why this set of circumstances demonstrated that for her. And so that's how we're to look at it. Oh, if I see rejection, then I must still be wishing for rejection.
And then why would we want rejection? Why would we want to have the experience of feeling rejection?
Well, the bottom line is that wish that we could have an experience that is different from heaven. It's still in our mind. We're still wishing to be, you could call it independent, separate, individual, and all of these things like rejection, abandonment, all of these things are just, sub-ideas of that, right? So, but that just means that wish to still be me is there.
Right. And if we are everything, and we are truth, and we are love, and that is our truth, to wish for something that is different than what we are would naturally create a circumstance or a situation in which we see something that's not true.
That's not true.
And being the perfect Son of God as we are, it would be perfect to make it so that we completely forget that this is what we wanted. And this is where we have believed the illusion of the world, where we believe all of this is real. We believe we are guilty. We believe, and remember that there's that word lie in the word believe. We believe the falseness of the idea that we could somehow be separate from God. But that is impossible. And we know this is impossible, and if you just think about it, you know it's true. If God is everything, it is impossible to be outside of God. It's impossible. It's impossible. What was the thing that we ran to, the logic earlier in the book? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that would probably be Luke you were talking about. Is that the idea that you have private thoughts, that idea?
Right.
Okay, that would be around Luke 21-ish. Let's have a peek.